Numbers 1 through 27. I've seen these guys around there.
Okay, and I understand that Exhibit 3 is a composite exhibit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Admitted.
May I publish, Your Honor?
Yes.
And may I be seated to scroll through these and question witness? Thank you. Now, Sergeant Stewart, mainly these images depict different people and when they arrived, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's just go through these in order. This first slide has 9:54 and 28 seconds in the top right corner. And we can see the defendant walking down the driveway towards you, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is your initial arrival.
Yes, sir.
This next slide is shortly thereafter when she begins talking to you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this next slide, slide 3, who is the gentleman on the far left? And you can look up on the screen, I think. Might be easier for you.
You said the far left?
Far left of this image.
That's Corporal Jepson,
Okay.
the officer.
Moving on to the next slide. Who is that immediately to the right of Jepson that we see there with his hands on his body armor?
That looks like Officer Gormley.
Okay, so that would be Gormley.
Yes, sir.
And then to the right of Gormley, who is that with the notepad in his hand talking to the defendant?
Officer Voss.
Officer Voss. Okay. So these pictures that we've looked at, these all depict the people who were there initially, correct?
Yes, sir.
Moving on to slide 5. This is what time?
9:58:33.
So this is within just a few minutes of your arrival.
Yes, sir.
And who is the gentleman with no shirt there in the middle?
I think that's our brother.
Okay. And then the woman to the right in the image standing alongside the white vehicle, would that be the babysitter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's difficult to make out in this picture, but is her daughter standing right on the other side of her?
Yes, sir.
Now, what time is this next slide?
10:08:58.
All right, so how long after your initial response would this be?
14 minutes.
Okay. And who's that in the middle? Is that Officer Voss still?
Facing away from me is Officer Voss.
Okay. And who is that looking towards you?
That is Officer Carson.
Carlson?
Yes, sir.
Now, has she arrived since the initial response?
Yes.
And what was her role there?
She was tasked to do a search.
Okay, so is she one of the officers that you tasked out to look elsewhere?
That's correct, sir.
Now, who is this gentleman?
Lieutenant Foster.
And does this slide depict the approximate time of his arrival on scene?
Yes, sir.
And that is 11 minutes after 10?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that'd be about 15 minutes or so into your response.
Yes, sir.
In this next slide, is that Corporal Jepson on the left there?
Yes, sir.
Not the far left, but the person that we see right there.
Corporal Jepson.
And who's that in the middle?
Officer Zerke.
Zerke?
Yes, sir.
And where did she come from?
From Beat 8,
And what
Georgetown
was-
area.
Say again?
Beat 8, Georgetown area.
And what was her role once she arrived at the scene?
She was tasked to search the area.
The next slide, we're at 16 minutes after 10. Who is this here?